Sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Leading off tonight for the Mets, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a cold strike one. And Harold, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Matt, it's always nice to play at home and to win the first game of a series.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dahl racing back at the track, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he is into third with a leadoff triple. Stepping in, Stephen Vogt, and a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. And he'll try to hold up on the pitch inside, but to no avail, and that's the first strike. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Runner at third here, nobody out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, and back with the changeup. That's a great combination.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now a snap throw over to third. Back in standing. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Puig giving chase. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The tag, and he is out at the plate. And so much for our first run of the ball game.
First baseman, Adam Lynn.
Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder.
Out into right center. Well hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. In now is Yasiel Puig. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. In the dirt here. Thought about third, but he'll go to second instead. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. HR, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, Matt, it's been disappointing. I mean, here we are in the dog days of August, and this shows your colors right now. I mean, there's been a lot of bickering and complaining, but because they've been playing poorly, and it's hot, and they're all irritable. It's not a fun club to be around.
Ready now, Fletcher Purcell. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. 1-0 pitch on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. And a disastrous time to uncork a wild pitch as the go-ahead run scores from third. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's still in the driver's seat. 3-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. And another foul ball.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball. He's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
The shortstop,
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Digging in, Rendell Grichuk. He's currently hitting just under .310 on the season. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Turned on down the line. But this will get foul for strike 2. Another one sent foul. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Pollock on the run. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
Batting 6.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. And that's swung on and missed for strike 1. Strike 2.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Grounded back up the middle, and he is out on the tag. Into the box, A.J. Pollock. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
Center fielder,
now a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 strike now from Cole. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. Dahl is there, and he has it for the first out. Settling in now, Yohannes Solarte. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. And now a pitch on the way. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
The 2-2 one more time. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Grounded softly to the right. Purcell charging in on it, and a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in is the right fielder, Justin Upton. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Scorched to third. Tomas is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Now batting, Richie Del Carmen. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s.
Richie Del Carmen.
First pitch changeup, chopped foul right at the plate for the first strike. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Pollock, still going back. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
Batting 8, Patrick Travis.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Throwing to second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. The pitcher, Garrett Cole, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. Striding in once again.
Center fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Slice down the left side, but foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Yasiel Puig. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1. Outside for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Softly hit out towards short. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Left fielder Marcell,
and he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Hit to short. Story scoops it up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. In now, Roenis Elias. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Throw gets him. 2 down. At the plate, Jose Iglesias. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one will get this one. And the pitch. In the air now out to left field. Puig is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. Ready for another chance. Fletcher Purcell. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the pitch. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Taken in by Kinsler. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Here's Randall Grichuk. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
This is a big out for his confidence. Look, he struggled early. He's got 2 outs right now. He needs this next out. Then he's got a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. It just makes him feel so much better and more confident as you move through the rest of the game.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Upton's under it. And the inning is over. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Ian Kinsler. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Puig's got a read on it. One down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Stephen Vogt. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Fastball called strike, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a ball rolls softly to second. To his left, Del Carmen. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Here's Adam Lind. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. At the plate, Yasmani Tomas. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Third baseman, Yasmani.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. Solarte's got it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
Up next for Cincinnati.
Digging in to try it again. Richie Del Carmen. And he takes ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
This guy's feeling good about his game. He's already homered, and now he's sitting there in a 2-0 count. I guarantee he's thinking, I'm going to launch another.
3-0 now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. So digging in now. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Now at the plate, Garrett Cole. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now.
Obviously.
And we'll have to leave it there as stepping up to the plate, A.J. Pollock. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Number 11, A.J. Pollock.
On the ground up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled straight back. 1 strike now from Cole. And a fastball just a bit up. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Justin Upton. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. From the stretch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Grichuk going back on it, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Left fielder.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike.
Man, I tell you what, if I had a timeout and I went out there to talk to him, I'd say, look, we just got to minimize the damage. Bases loaded, no outs. We don't want them to blow the inning totally open.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Little dribbler down the line. Scooped up on the backhand. And he is in there with their first run, and it's cut to 3-1 now.
Your attention,
Ben Paulson.
Pinch hitting for New York. Number 50, Ben Paulson.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Dahl has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. But he'll wisely think better of it as he retreats to third, and that's an important first out. First pitch of the at-bat. And all 3 runners on the move here. Squeeze attempt, misses! And now he's tagged out, trying to scramble back to second. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Again, he sends it out of play.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone, see if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time, see if he chases it again.
The 1-2 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runs.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets.
Digging in once again, David Dahl. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. In now is Yasiel Puig. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ozuna is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Ready for another shot now. Fletcher Purcell. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit in the air out to center field. Pollock is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ian Kinsler. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Back up the middle. Story picks it up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in to try it again, Stephen Vogt. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Here's Adam Lind. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
First baseman Adam Lind.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Striding in once again, A.J. Pollock. A hit in 2 tries so far. Pulls this one in the air out to left. On the move is Puig. And that's the 3rd out. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Too low, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Into the upper deck and gone. Ready for another shot now. Randall Gritchick. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Now the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pollock has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Yasmani Tomas. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Takes this the other way to right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the 2nd out. Ready for another chance. Richie Del Carmen. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. Bounce towards the mound, but a foul ball. 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Lind in foul ground, and that's going to land foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. And now he'll reconsider as he looks for a strikeout pitch. Another 1-2 delivery. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Squared that one up just a little late. And that misses. 1-1. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Here's the 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Upton's under it. And the inning is over. Into the box now, Yangervis Solarte. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ripped on the ground to first. Purcell fields it cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter,
stepping in, Justin Upton. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1.
Now that's a good curveball. That's the old 12 to 6 from midnight to 6 a.m. and he's doing it all day.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Puig is there, and he'll make the catch to retire this. Digging in once again, Garrett Cole. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Ronnie Chisenhall is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Fouled straight back. Here it comes on 1-1. He pulls this one into right. And that's going to be a base hit. So it's a pinch hit single here to kick off the home half of the 7th. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Upton going back to the track. And this is off the wall now for Upton out there. Chisenhall is on his way home. In to score is the runner from first. And he will pull into third with an RBI triple.
Now batting.
In now, Yasiel Puig. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's now 6-2. And he is into second base with an RBI double. Digging in the switch. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. In there, 0-1. For Puig, that's 12 doubles now on the campaign. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The shortstop.
Digging in and looking for more, Trevor Story. They've got 2 already home in the inning and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground. Iglesias on the slide. Wow. Safe. Safe. Ready once again, Randall Grichuk. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Kyle Bearclaw has been summoned from the bullpen. He'll do so to start the 8th.
New York,
Billy,
number 25, Billy Fay.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
3-2 now. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. 1-1 now to Iglesias. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
The batter number 3.
Now to the plate, Ian Kinsler. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 1-1 offering on its way to Kinsler. Fouled back. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. He got him. Lively fastball. Yimi Garcia will come out and take.
Now pitching for New York.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Joey Gallo is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. The tag, and he is out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Richie Delcarmen, already a home run and a double for him in this one. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Lind is there for it, and that ends. Stepping up now, Stephen Vogt. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the ninth.
Stephen Vogt.
Jake Petrichka comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. 1-1, here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Vogt is retired, and there's one away.
First baseman Adam
from the stretch.
Lind.
Here's the pitch. Adam Lind comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Line to the right side, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. At the plate, A.J. Pollock. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll make the catch there to end it, and the Reds have come back to